All right, man. So apparently, Tom Gores put out did an interview. All right, I haven't read it yet, so this be the first time we reading it. I should have just did a live. Maybe we'll get there. So we just about to start this off, man. And ain't nothing. In long story short, he said he ain't selling the team, so we ain't gonna be shit. So he's an idiot, man. When it comes to this, and most owners are idiots when it comes to running franchises. But I'm glad he brought the team back to Detroit. But he could have kept that bull job at the Palace. He said, Time Course promised changes as Detroit Pistons fight historic streak. We do have a plan. What's the plan? I don't know what the plan is. So the Pistons are who we are 22 and 26, have major problems to fix. Time Course is pledging to figure it out. Okay, whatever. You've been here all over 10 years. I believe it ain't shit been figured out. Here's what Gores had to say. Questions and answers have been edited for clarity and length. Bet. Gores, the thing that's been on my mind really is to talk to the fans, and what better place to do that than with this group. I've been thinking about this for a long time about how to communicate with the fans. We owe them a conversation about the Pistons and where we're at. We know where you're at. And also just apologize for the disappointment to our fans. I'm disappointed as anybody. Speaking to our fans and letting them know what's happening is critical at this time. It's a pivotal moment. I have a lot of thoughts about it. Okay. Expectations were high when you spoke with the coaching staff and front office. What was the idea pitch for how they wanted this season to look like? Quote, we wanted to be competing every day, a chance to in the play-in playoffs, our players to grow, and that's would have been a success for us. That's what we discussed. We knew that we had a lot of growing to do. Those were the expectations, to compete and to grow and be near the playoffs somehow, because that's how you grow the most. There was no mistake about it. That was the expectation. So, and what's so funny about it is, and I might do another video on this later, that they had a clip that Easy posted from the conference when they hired Monty, and they asked Troy Weaver to kind of speak on the expectations of the team, and basically Troy about hiring Monty, excuse me. And Troy Weaver didn't have shit to say. He passed it to Tom Gores, like, I ain't hired this ninja. That's pretty much how it was, and I'm gonna put that in my notes to talk about the Weaver clip. All right, he said I ain't hired this ninja. That's pretty much what he said. He said I ain't got nothing to say. So it's a lot of dysfunction going around. You can tell. And I'm gonna talk about Nerlens Noel comments in another video. Are you considering front office or coaching changes? Quote, the thing that probably can't be seen right now is that we cleaned a lot of stuff up with our players' contracts in the last few years. One thing that's been on my mind that's important to the fans to hear, and I actually talked to the players about this the other day, with all the losses here, we still have a very good future. Number one, we have an amazing set of young players. I think that's subjective at this point. Either y'all, I mean, I think y'all done damaged a lot of these young players. I don't think they're any good because 2 and 26 isn't good, right? Uh, he said, and I know them individually, and I saw them the other day. We're in a great spot with our young talent. I disagree. I think 7 or 8 players are under 22, so they're young, no excuse. But number one, we have an amazing set of young players. Number two, we have set ourselves up in the way our contracts are flexible. We had all these contracts that saddle up. We couldn't be nimble. We also set up with a lot of cap space. That shit doesn't matter. You 2 and 26, you in Detroit. People got a misconception about being in Detroit. Two, the organization is a shit show. After Nerlens Noel said, it's not the players, it's the front office and the coaching staff. So who want to come to Detroit? That's the perception. It's not a bad city. People come here, they pretty much like to play here. But that's just a perception. And two, you got a dysfunctional franchise. Nobody's coming here. So it don't matter how much cap space you got, you're still not gonna get the big fish. Okay. So we also set up a lot of cap space, and we're willing to do whatever it takes for the organization to be successful. As much as the vision feels blurry, to me, it feels the same I had at the beginning of the season of a bright future. I still have that. We have an incredible city still backing us, and I urge you guys, stop going down there and breaking bread with them clowns. Stop going, bro. If you got season tickets or a season ticket package, I understand, man. You gotta go. But if you somebody that's buying individual tickets, stop fucking going, bro. Stop going. Once you start hurting this bottom line, then things are gonna change. They sucked last year. It was 11th and 10. Stop fucking going down there. But I guess that's kind of that's kind of the reason they came to Detroit. I can get it. I don't blame them, but it's still a great city with enthusiastic, caring fans. We're committed to the community. All the dots are there, ready to be connected. We're just not winning, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree. I agree. I agree. I really do agree. But at the end of the day, it's tiring. We've been looking at this since you've been here. Ain't nothing been right. You know, you know, ain't nothing been right. You know, that's just what it is. You know, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but people get tired of the excuses. You know, you know. So it's very frustrating. You know, you know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Tom Gores, man, it took him long enough to say something. At least he didn't wait till they broke the street. You know, But nonetheless, let's keep it moving. So given that there won't be changes right now, what gives you the confidence in the front office and Troy Weaver, and what gives you confidence in the coaching staff that makes you believe that this group can get this team out of the rut and turn it around? He said, firstly, I didn't say that there wouldn't be any changes. You should make sure you don't hold me to that. We require change. We're not doing well as far as we're going and getting this set of players and flexibility and all this stuff. I think that stuff and the work to get there is still there, but we have to assess what's not working here. I'm down. I'm down to Monty, and I'm talking about the rotations. I don't normally do that, and Monty's so good. He knows what he's doing, and he's open to talking about it. We're down. So he said he talking to Monty about the rotations. Now, slow it down. You know what he talking about. You know what he talking about. You know what he talking about. You know exactly what he talking about. You know exactly what he talking about. He said we talking about the rotations. And he know Troy Weaver mad as hell that they not playing Jay and Ivy. And don't be surprised if Killian really ain't hurt. Don't be surprised if Killian really ain't hurt. Real talk. Don't be surprised if Killian really ain't hurt. So I'm down to him talking about rotations and what's going on. This guy need to be playing. When the owner coming down there, that means that Troy Weaver probably went to tell him, he probably playing middleman between Troy and Monty Williams because he stuck them together. He didn't let Troy hire who he wanted to hire. And now pretty much more likely to get fired is Troy Weaver. I'm telling you. That's the one that's more likely to get fired because he make a significantly less money than Monty Williams. So Troy got to tell, man, this ninja won't do nothing we say do, man. You know, and Troy going down there playing middleman. I mean, Tom going down there, playing middleman and trying to play peacemaker. Okay, this what Troy need. Your way not working. That's what he doing. He playing middleman. This is what happens when you put two people together that don't belong together. I'm telling y'all, I could read between the lines, but trying to tell y'all. He says, hold on. He said, but we have to assess network. I'm down to talking to Monty and talk about rotations. I don't normally do that. And Monty's so good. He knows what he's doing. He's open to talking about it. We're down to how do we fix things. We do have to change some things. I can tell you exactly what it is. We're diving in pretty hard. We're probably 2 weeks ahead of you guys, the fans, and that our disappointment is catching up with us too. We expect a lot more, but we have to be real and that there are some things that haven't been working with the makeup of the team. We have to address that. There's a lot of accountability that has to be held. There's might be an addition to the staff, but what's for sure is changes coming. We are not right now. We have to either add or delete. We'll be on it, and we are on it already. We will make changes. We will make them. We haven't handled exactly what they'll be yet. And what's the question? What's the changes gonna be? Who you gonna add that's gonna say this to say y'all ass? That's why I know who they about to add. Who they about to subtract. That's the number one thing. You can add who you can it's more subtractions. It's either getting rid of the coaching staff, getting rid of the front office, getting your advisors suck, Arn Tellerman suck. What's the other guy named? Ed Stefanowski. So you need to start there. Get rid of your advisors. Get some real people that can help you build the franchise here. Get rid of your sorry ass advisors. Then you clean the front office up. You probably ain't gonna want to fire Monty right now. Maybe Monty step down. Y'all get a little severance package and just start over. That's the only way it's gonna happen. They got to subtract before you can add. Who shoulders the most blame? It has to be me. I was a very optimistic at the beginning of the season. Maybe I missed something in the combinations. If you want to shoulder it on anyone, I'd say it's me and Troy. So, okay, maybe that's the subtraction that comes. We made these decisions. What you don't see right now is the fans don't see is the cleanup of everything. We're in the most flexible time of our lives here, at least in my ownership of the Pistons. But as far as we're not performing, I think it's going to be go on Troy and I. It starts there. Maybe we underestimated that we needed more bench power. I don't know. We underestimated something. We have 7 or 8 players under 22 and under. That is the makeup of our roster. Maybe we've got to have some playing veterans. But shouldering it can't be Monty. Monty's only been here 20 something games. You can say, hey, maybe you could have done this rotation, that rotation. It gets a few more wins. And Monty judges himself every day. It just not. It shouldn't. It just wouldn't be right. Um, I mean, yeah, he should shoulder some blame too. Yeah, he definitely should shoulder some blame. He definitely should shoulder some blame. So ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, And then how he threw Troy under the bus, cool. So maybe Troy did have a hand in hiring. Maybe Troy did have a hand in hiring all of this. Maybe Troy did have a hand in hiring some of these people. So, so like I said, he said him and Troy is to blame, and maybe Troy did have a higher handling money, but it is what it is. For the front office, if there aren't moves made between today and the trade deadline, does that hinder how you look at him moving forward beyond this season? Quote, we have to regroup the end of the season. We're already doing it now, but what happened? We have to do that. I'm expecting change. I do expect Troy to come up with change because staying exactly the same, I don't think anyone here and say that in any genuine way that change is not required. I expect Troy to find ways to get the makeup of our team and getting us more successful. I do expect him to find ways, and he knows that. And if we did nothing to improve ourselves, I'm going to be disappointed. And I think Troy knows that itself. It's not a personnel problem per se. That's a small part of the problem. The problem is the dysfunction within the organization. There's a disconnect from the leadership group, from the front office, and the coaching staff on all 3 phases, flat out. He said there's a perception that there's a lot of voices in the organization, that there need to be one voice mentality, and not necessarily we say agendas in this building. He said I don't think so. The voice is Troy and I. We have a lot of people who are good assets and good advisors and have been focused on what we call rebuild. We've cleaned up all that in terms of contracts and these young players. He keep bringing up contracts. Nobody coming to Detroit, bro, unless it's via force trade. It's really been Troy and I. There's a lot of people who might want to go in different direction, but the voice of it all is Troy and I. We're accountable for where we at. Where we at? Well, Troy need to go. Troy need to go. He said it's aligns the vision. I also understand the division has got to be adjusted. I think Troy does too. I don't doubt that he knows that. I don't know if that's the answer, but it's just like any other company or any situation. You can hear everybody, you can listen to them, but that's just advice. And then you make decisions, and Troy and I are making the decisions. Doesn't mean we may not shift in a certain direction, but we are making these decisions. So, I mean, it is what it is. Um, it is what it is. So, now apparently, I think we missed a point in this. Let me, cause I didn't see this right. So they didn't have this in this particular interview, but it said, "How does it feel when fans are chanting 'sell the team'?" He said they could say what they want, but that's ridiculous. Other than winning, and we should win more games. We do a lot in the community, players, the organization. We do a lot in the community. If you put aside winning, we've made a very big difference in the community. That means a lot to me. I understand that's only going to mean a lot to people if we win, but the underworking of what's happening with our community over all these years, we're doing multi-billion-dollar things outside of basketball. I understand the fans are being upset, but it's ridiculous. Thought we don't give a fuck about you. Look here, I don't even, man. When they be talking about charity work, man, I am met the motherfucker who didn't, excuse my language, that didn't benefited from this charity work. I see Make a Wish and children. I don't know one per. I don't know that many people, I guess, but I don't know one person that's benefited from this charity work. It's about winning, and if you're not gonna win, you should give up the team. If you're not committed to win, you should give up the team. We don't care about that backhanded. Oh, we do this in the community, and the one thing I gave him a pass for, he brought the Pistons back to Detroit. That's the best thing he did. But with the community, it's just crazy, man. It is what it is. Y'all want him to sell the team? Stop buying tickets. Stop buying tickets. Stop going down there to see these clowns. Telling me I don't want to renew my season tickets. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. You know, that's straight up and down. Tell them. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I just, that, well, that is ridiculous. We're not winning. That's what we want a winner, bro. We need a winner. We want a winner. So, I mean, I just don't understand. What do that got to do with, like I said before, just stop going to support that. What do that got to do with, come on, man. It's me and Troy fault. 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 Just stop going to pay y'all money, please. And this is good. This is really good right here. I'm gonna pull this tweet up. This is really good. I just so happen to be looking on Twitter. I'm gonna end this video off on this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna end this video off on this tweet. Hold on. I'm gonna give the brother some love. Hold on. This is a very, 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 very good tweet right here, right? All right. I couldn't have said it better myself, I swear. Shout out to RB the baller, right? He says that newsflash. He said the fans are ridiculous. Time Gores. That's what he said. I just read that, right? I'll read it again, right? He says they could, how does it feel when fans saying chanting sell the team? They can say what they want, but that's ridiculous. Okay, the fans are ridiculous. He said that. Newsflash time, you can still do everything you want to do in the community from the bottom of your heart without owning the team. You have the means to do so. There you have it. That part debunked that fast. So Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace. And check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist.